What is going on, guys? It's gonna take me a second here to start. I'm just kind of messing around with a few things, trying to find a good playlist for this game. Probably gonna set up a bike setup a little bit, so just give me a second. I'm actually gonna turn the comments back on too, so you can see them if you're watching this later, if there happens to be any.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in the Highlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. It's so to the skin and the heart too. And I know she got the good vibes when the seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes are funny.
Oh man. Alright, I think this is the playlist we want to go with. Hopefully you guys can hear it alright. Kind of like that one a little better. I think I'm okay with the outfit right now. "30-minute pizza guy." This is getting close to Christmas. Maybe I should go ahead and use the Santa hat. So yeah, I mean, I've played this quite a bit already, as you can see with the stuff that I have unlocked. If you have happened to play this, it does seem like there's a lot of like unlockable stuff in this game, which is pretty cool. It seems like the trophies for this game are kind of glitched out, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do like a platinum trophy run or anything like that. Plus, I've already got half the trophies anyway. Oh, I'm not gonna try to get too fancy with this. I think that, you know what, I think I'm kind of happy with setup right now. Go ahead and put a present on the back, give it a more festive feel. So yeah, I'm working on master contracts right now, which I believe is the last tier of sponsored challenges. Now there's 3 different sponsors, and I picked the trick sponsor. I forgot what it's called exactly. Oh, it's called Enemy. Let me see. So there's 3 different types of bikes. I think you start off with the LX20 end trail, and then once you unlock a sponsor, which I think you do by completing sponsored tracks in like a solo session. I don't know if it has to be a career session. You might be able to do it with daily challenge sessions also. But you do the I don't actually. We'll get to that in a second. The TJ DH12, I believe, is the trick bike. No, it's a mountain bike. No, yeah, it's the downhill bike. Okay, let's see. LX20 N Trail is the enduro bike, which I believe is what you start with. You can kind of see the stats. It's not crazy fast. It's not crazy on the acceleration. It's actually got better top speed than the Rosen DJ7. I think that's what that is. But anyway, once you unlock a sponsor, you can pick between you can keep the N Trail bike, or you can use the downhill bike or the trick bike, which is the hardtail. The hardtail bike makes it so you can do tail whips and bar spins, but I mean, other than the stats, it's really the only difference. I think the downhill bike has like less speed wobbles. I want to say the hardtail bike is probably a little easier for turning, but you can kind of do different things to turn easier, whether it's put your joysticks, like both joysticks in the same direction or whatever. Let's finish up reading these details. So the N-Trail bike, the enduro bike, lightweight materials with quality features ensure a satisfactory riding along your excursions. Forget about having an issue while climbing the trails thanks to new transmission, the ideal bike for those who really enjoy the ride. So that makes it sound like it kind of goes up hills easier. This downhill bike, the TJ DH12, was made with the aim of going beyond the limits, geometry, and suspension, traveling ready for the toughest and most technical trails. You can reach breakneck speeds with great control and stability. So I think you can generally land harder with this bike. It's got more stability. You get less speed wobbles, like I was saying. And I prefer to use this. This is the bike I'm using, which actually looks more like a BMX bike. Well, I guess technically the N-Trail looks a little bit more like a BMX bike. It just looks like the DH12 has a little bit better suspension, along with better acceleration and top speed. Okay, and then I think we finished reading that. Yeah. So the Rosen DJ7 is the hardtail bike, the trick bike. Like I was saying, you can do tail whips and bar spins with this bike. but I prefer to use the downhill bike. I might change it up. There's also certain challenges that you have to do, like certain tricks, and it seems like the downhill bike, or probably the end trail bike too, can actually do some of those. And like you can do seat grabs, like Superman type things. With the Rose End DJ7, it's like a seat grab Superman, and with the DH12 and I believe the End Trail, it's just a Superman where you hold on to the handlebars. So it's kind of funny because one of the challenges is to do a Superman, but a Superman seat grab doesn't count, even though it's the same trick. It's just with a different bike and you do it a little differently. Anyway, okay, so the Rose End DJ7, the hardtail chosen by riders who love to get dizzy with the ease of flipping due to the calculated wheelbase. I believe it does flip and spin faster. Get ready for huge air times to hit those combos. Without a doubt, the perfect bike for skate parks and dirt jumps. It's not a bad bike, but like I said, it seems like it turns so much easier that being used to the downhill bike, I had a hard time switching to it. I actually have switched to it before. It's I don't know if I'm ready to get used to that right now. So anyway, we're gonna have fun with the downhill bike. I like the pizza guy look. Deliver the pizza in 30 minutes or less. Got the pizza on the front end of the bike. This really isn't a bad game. I've been enjoying the hell out of it. I've been trying to find a good BMX game, like old school, like Dave Mirra or whatever. I think there was some other ones that I actually liked, but they were mostly like Xbox games, I think. So I've been waiting for a good PlayStation bike game, and I think this is kind of one of my favorites. As you can see, I've got 1.6 million rep. I'm like still pretty noob, but you know, I'm not super noob. You have the Grand Tour, which they just kind of recently came out with. You got different challenges for that, which I've done a number of. This says I have an available reward, but I actually don't. The game is a little glitched out in that aspect. Like this says to do the Stoker Bike Park from the Bike Park menu and get 3 seconds of consecutive airtime. I've done that so many times, it doesn't want to count it. This one says beat every single node in the Highlands, which you'll kind of see. Because I am doing them just to, like, hopefully it counts one of these times. I'm specifically going to do that one. It also helps to get more rep. The more tracks you do, the more rep you get different kind of upgrades as you go along, depending on how much rep you get for that run. You start out with, I think, 3 lives, and then you can get more. Each track has like a specific track challenge, and if you do that challenge, then you'll get another life. They have actually like a medical track also, or node, that you'll get a life from just for completing, but you can actually get 2 lives from it if you do the challenge also, so it's kind of cool. Let's see, Ultimate Descender Challenge: complete a full career run from Highlands to Peaks, finish the game without losing all your lives. I've actually done that. It won't give me that. So like these 2 sections I should have completely done, but it doesn't want to count them. So I'm just kind of doing them, hoping that one day it'll count. I have heard that they've done like an update to make, you know, there's certain things that aren't counting, like you just kind of do a run and then it'll count it, but I haven't seen it actually. They need to do another update apparently, because it's not fucking working for me. Anyway, Bike Out 4, I've done that, doesn't want to count it. Um, I've done a couple different challenges on here that it doesn't want to seem to count, which is why I say I'm not going to be able to do like a full trophy run of this game, because they just aren't counting. Maybe someday they'll count. I've been kind of thinking about streaming this game for a little while now, and I guess this is my opportunity to do so. So besides the Grand Tour challenges, they have Career Session, which is like a couple different sections of the game. They got the Highlands, they've got I want to call it the jungle, but I don't think it's the jungle. Actually, can I? Yeah, okay. Highlands, Forest, Canyons, and Peaks. So you can get through all 4 of these sections. They got like different maps with a whole bunch of different nodes on them. You can do every single node, or you can just work your way to the boss as fast as possible. Which is, I don't know, I usually like to try to do all the nodes in the Highlands at least. I'd like to do all the nodes in general. There's a day and a night cycle, and it's a little bit harder to do tracks in the nighttime. It doesn't seem to go back to daytime once it hits night until you get to the next area, so that can be kind of a pain. Because it doesn't seem to take very long for it to get to nighttime. But you also have Career Plus Session, which gives you another new 4 sections: Desert, Jungle, Favela, and I actually don't know what's after Favela. Favela is actually probably my favorite place because it's like a town area. It's the graphics aren't great on the buildings, but it's a cool area nonetheless. The jungle is a pretty cool area. The desert is a great area to get a lot of XP, but I'm not too focused on doing Career Plus sessions yet. So you can see we got daily sponsor tasks on the right there. I got survive 4 boss jumps, finish 5 tracks in the peaks, complete 8 rival team sponsor tracks. Those are the things that you want to do in order to get your sponsored tasks going. Like you'll see, I've got, you know, a couple different circles to fill in for each contract, if you will. And there's like 5 different contracts for each tier in your sponsors. And some of them require, you know, each tier requires a different amount of what am I trying to say? A different amount of sponsor tasks. So you just kind of got to go through them. The sponsored tasks renew at a certain time each day. But if you haven't completed anything on the previous sponsored daily sponsor task list, then it won't renew. So you got to actually beat one of these in order to get a new one. 5 tracks in the peaks. I mean, we could literally go to career session and just start out in the peaks, and we can do daily sponsor tasks that way. You don't have to do daily challenges in order to do daily sponsor tasks. But I think one of the Grand Tour challenges is to, let's see, complete enough daily team objectives to upgrade from pro to master. I've actually done that now. That's not what I'm trying to see. Let's see. I think that there's 3 tiers to the sponsors. There's like amateur, pro, and then master. Okay, that, what is it? The 5th one down says place in the top 10 on daily challenge. Prove your worth. Place in the top 10 on leaderboards and daily challenge. I think that your daily challenges kind of stack. Like the points that you get each time You can kind of stack them. I think it's going to be kind of hard to place top 10 on the daily challenge leaderboard, just because it's going to take a lot of time, like doing daily challenges consistently. Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily have to do them consistently, but you know, each time you do them, you get a little bit higher. I don't think that it's like a one-run thing, and like each day it resets, and you know, the top 10 players who get the highest run uh, counts for that. I think that it's like an overall kind of period of time thing. I'm not exactly positive, honestly. But I think the best way to get that is to just get as much rep as possible. So I mean, doing all the nodes you possibly can kind of help you do that. You know, you get rep for getting air time, getting top speeds, doing tricks and stuff. So the more nodes you can do, the better. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to do right now. I need to like change the video title up a little bit. We're just kind of going over shit at the moment. I do plan on doing at least a daily challenge run. You can only do the daily challenge run once a day, like it says. It works the same as a career session. Other than that, I mean, you can do your daily sponsored tasks and stuff like I was saying. They've got a bunch of different bike parks you can choose from, and you can actually unlock some. I think you can unlock some. It seemed like they've got like one special node in each area in the career session or the daily challenge session. And it seems like if you do the challenge in that, then you actually get to free ride that area. But bonus track. Oh, see, here we go. The construction site, the ranch. Those are the only two that I have unlocked, apparently. There's at least 2 more, if not another 4, for the Career Plus session. There's a lot of hidden stuff in this game that I've noticed, kind of like getting those unlocked. In Career Session, and possibly in the Daily Challenge Run also, there is a boss jump, which is kind of the objective of each area, is to get to the boss jump, complete the boss jump track. You don't necessarily have to do the boss jump as long as you complete the track. As you can see, for our daily sponsored task, we kind of want to do the boss jump, but it'll start out that you can there's a ring, like a ring of fire, and if you go through each ring of fire, you can actually unlock a area after peaks, I believe, which would be the volcano. I haven't been able to get that yet, because you gotta go, like, you know, you gotta be pretty dialed in. You gotta jump off the ramp, you gotta go through the freaking hoop, you gotta land it, you know, and if you land too hard, or you went too fast, or you went too slow, you're either gonna overshoot it, undershoot it, or you're just gonna go through the hoop, but you're gonna be going so fast that you kind of land too far down on the ramp and end up crashing. So that can be kind of a pain. I think that's gonna be fine. And this little start out section, kind of like the main lobby, you could say. It's kind of cool to mess around in, kind of get a feel for things. I actually spent quite a bit of time in this area before I actually did like any of the career session stuff. It's got a little bouncy castle over there. It's got a nice little half pipe section over here. You got ramps. When you're doing career session and you like after a run is over, it'll kind of put you in a section of this area that kind of pertains to whatever section you were in when you ended the career session. So I find that kind of cool. You can do all sorts of tricks, kind of like you see in. But anyway, I think I've about said all there is to say. We'll check out the shed really quick. I mean, you get a bunch of different bikes. I don't have near everything yet, so there's definitely a lot more than I have right now. There's some glow-in-the-dark stuff that look pretty cool. That's kind of like what I'd really like to get to eventually, is the glow-in-the-dark stuff. This bike is glow-in-the-dark, I think. And also this bike. This bike's pretty cool. It's glow-in-the-dark. But I want more than just the bike. Like, I want to do a glow-in-the-dark setup eventually, but like it's something I gotta kind of unlock. I think that you unlock better stuff by getting better rep in a career session or a challenge session, just a run in general. I want to say like the better items. I thought I saw someone on Reddit saying that you have to get like 50,000 points in a session in order to get some of the better stuff, but it's also kind of random what you get. Like these blue ones, I think, are the rarest things that you get. I swear I've gotten kind of low scores, or maybe it's these gold ones are the rare stuff, but I think these were all like codes that I put in to get. There's a bunch of codes for this game that you can put in, and you put them in somewhere. You go to extras here, and you go to redeem codes. There's a number of different redeem codes you can get. I think these white ones are like the low tier stuff. There's green ones, which I believe are like the second tier items. And then the blue ones are the third tier items. It says rare items when you get it, but I haven't actually gotten, like these gold ones, I don't think I've gotten from an actual run. These pants I got from doing a full session from start to finish, I believe. So I don't know if you can actually get these gold ones from doing just runs by themselves. I think that you have to do special criteria things in order to get them. I could be wrong. But as you see, I mean, you can choose you get different bikes, you get different helmets. There's some pretty cool stuff. Just kind of open a couple things up, show you guys. That's not a bad helmet. Seems like everything's kind of got a good outfit. You got your goggles. I like the scratched up goggles I got. You got different shirts and stuff. Freaking polka dot and leaves and stuff. I think this locked one just requires a different sponsor. Like you can switch your sponsor and it'll kind of reset a lot of things. But if you switch your sponsor, the stuff that you got for the previous sponsor will be locked until you switch your sponsor back to that, and then everything you have unlocked for that sponsor, you'll still have available. You don't have to redo all the challenges again to get your stuff unlocked again. You just have to switch sponsors back. You got pants that you can choose from. You've got the things on your front of your bike. So you got like horns and little rubber ducky horns and stuff. They're kind of cool. You got sponsor stuff. You got stuff for the back of your bike. You can put on like present flags, all sorts of little weird stuff. You got different things you can put on your helmet. I really like going with the halo most times, but since we're getting close to Christmas, I'm going to go ahead and do the Santa hat. Like I was saying, you can change your number on your jersey. You can change the name on your jersey. You can kind of change your skin color, hair color, beard color, voice type, body type, all that stuff. One other thing I want to mention is something I don't really remember. So you can go here to leave your sponsor and choose a different sponsor. I don't actually want to do that at the moment. But there's 3 different sponsors. There's Enemy, which is basically the trick sponsor. You don't have to select the Enemy sponsor in order to have the trick bike, which I originally kind of thought. That's why I went with them to begin with. But yeah, they've got different sponsors. You unlock different gear for them. I remember what I was trying to say now. So these 4 sections you got here, you start out with the Highlands, and in order to get the forest unlocked, so you can start out in the forest rather than in the Highlands, you have to finish the boss jump 3 times in each area to unlock the next area as an area that you can start out in. So you can go from Highlands to Peaks all in one run straight from the beginning if you're good enough, but in order to unlock the Peaks as an area that you can start in, you have to do the Highlands 3 times, Highlands boss jump 3 times, you got to do the forest boss jump 3 times, and you got to do the canyon beast boss jump 3 times. Now when you switch sponsors, these will reset and you'd have to kind of do them again in order to unlock the next area. It's not a big deal. It's better than having to, you know, do everything to get your gear back. But it's just kind of something to note. Same thing for Career Plus, I believe. I haven't actually tried it since I started doing Career Plus. Eventually, we'll probably get to those things, but for now, I'm just kind of sticking with career sessions, trying to get the daily sponsor tasks done for Enemy sponsor, and mainly the daily challenges is probably what I'll stream. I don't know. I will probably do some career session stuff too, just because 4 boss jumps, it's highly unlikely that I'm going to complete a career session or a daily challenge session from Highlands to Peaks. I'm like I said, I'm not super noob, but I'm still pretty noob. I mean, I do pretty good to do every node in the Highlands, and then I usually don't do every node in the, what was it, the forest or the canyon or the Peaks, because I mean the Highlands is definitely the easier one for career. Career Plus is a little different. Desert is pretty freaking easy, but it can also be kind of difficult at the same time, just because you get to going pretty fast. There's a lot of jumps. Oh, what else? I've been talking for 36 minutes already. I think I might be done talking. I think you guys kind of got the gist of what's going on, and then some. For now, I just want to do a daily challenge. I might end up just doing a couple daily challenges to do these sponsor tasks. I mean, doing every node in the Highlands and then kind of rushing the bosses after that still takes a good amount of time. It'll take probably 30 minutes just to get through the Highlands, if not a little bit more. And being that I've been talking for 36 minutes already, I think I should go ahead and get into this. Alright, so we're doing daily challenge. You can do it once a day, like I was saying. You got multiplayer lobbies, you can invite your friends and stuff. It's actually pretty cool. And you can join other multiplayer lobbies. We'll go ahead and check that out really quick. So you can create your own session, multiplayer lobby, whatever you want to call it. You can also join somebody else's. These locked ones, I believe you have to have a password for if you want to get into them. Well, they got started sections. I don't know how it goes for getting into started sessions. I haven't actually tried that out at all. I don't really join other people. People usually join me. In any case, okay. Enough freaking talking. Let's get into this. I'm actually gonna restart the music. I hate to say it. No, I'm not gonna restart the music. We still got like an hour and a half. A little under an hour and a half of this playlist. I would like my freaking water though. So I've got it set up so there's a timer. It kind of tells me how long I've been doing these tracks. And when you first get into a track, it'll show you a preview like this of the track. It can be kind of nice to kind of give you a little forewarning on how shit's going to be, where it's going to be, what to avoid. You don't want to hit rocks and stuff, because you can fall off fairly easily when you hit stuff. But there's a decent little bit of leeway. Anyway, let's get into this. I don't usually look at that stuff too much. You use your left stick to turn, and you can... Oh, I gotta do 2 360s. You can use your right stick to carve, or slide, I guess they call it. And you can use both sticks in the same direction to get a better kind of stop slide. I'm actually going to restart this. You can restart the whole what am I trying to say? The whole track that you're on by pressing your pad. And you can also just reset to the last checkpoint by pressing circle, but you have to be going pretty slow, if not like a dead stop, in order to do that. To do tricks like the no-handers, Superman, stuff like that, you hold L1 and then you use your right stick. I think you pretty much have to be in the air in order to do that. You can get perfect landings for extra points. Like I said, we're probably going to do every node here, which there's quite a few different nodes. And that first track took almost 2 minutes. So yeah, we're going to be here for a little bit. Oh, I hit that 40. Yeah, you want to try to keep your multiplier up as much as possible. It only goes up to 3. You can kind of see that by the red ring that goes around the circle after you have it at 3. You see we did the bonus objective, so that gave us another health. Here's our crew members, which we get from getting a certain amount of rep during a run. You can have a number of these. I think it's like 8 to 10, somewhere around there. Increase the speed at which you tweak your bike, I think, is the one that I usually want to go for. So yeah, you can see there's quite a few different nodes on this. And I'm already up to 6 lives. There's a couple like special nodes that are kind of harder than the other ones. Like there's a first-person camera node. There's a node where it's like test your abilities, and it's like everything's maxed out on the bars. You can see the bonus objective up there, and then like the steepness curves and stunts, stuff like that. There's a node where you get more rep, but you lose more health when you fall. You can actually lose more health by the harder you crash too. So if you're going super fast and you crash, you're probably going to lose 2 lives, I think is the most you can lose. I could be wrong. Unless you're on that special objective map where you lose more lives, you might be able to lose up to 4. I like to try to complete the objective for each area. And there's a lot of objectives where I didn't trust that. I should have jumped it, but I didn't trust it. It's kind of a big jump. It's a mini boss jump. There's certain objectives where they don't want you to let go of the brake. Or what am I saying? They don't want you to let go of the acceleration the entire track, and there's also ones that don't want you to hit the brake the entire track. So sliding with both sticks going in either direction can be really helpful for those, because you can just hold the acceleration button the whole time. What the heck? Okay. So I usually try to do every track without letting go of acceleration and without braking, just to kind of have that. Ooh, see, I hit that tree pretty good. I only lost 1 life though. Which most of the time you won't see me slowing down too much in this, in the Highlands. But when it comes to like the forest and the later areas, I will kind of skip the objectives if I need to, just to slow down and kind of keep myself alive. Doing the same trick multiple times in the same run, not the same run, but the same track, will make it so that it doesn't give you as much rep. Ooh, see, I really like the landing impact, but I also like the bail harder without losing multiple lives. In this case, I'd rather go with the landing impact, so we're going to go with that. And here we go. You can see a helmet cam, which is basically first person cam. You get more rep for those. And then you got this fire node, which is test your skills. That's not exactly a hard one. And of course the one with the skull is the boss jump. That's what you're trying to get to. I think they actually show you where the boss jump is with that skull icon right at the beginning of the area, every area. Let's go ahead and do the helmet cam first. So you'll see after like 7... I want to say around 7 tracks, it'll kind of start transitioning over to evening. You get 2 evening tracks, and then it goes to nighttime, and you have a little flashlight on your bike that lasts for 2 tracks when it transitions over to dark. After that, your flashlight runs out of battery, and you have to do the rest of the tracks without any flashlight. It's not going to be daytime unless you get the special node, which is usually, for this one, it's the construction site. The special nodes, such as the construction site, not like the special nodes like this first person cam, will always be daytime. Even if it's nighttime, it'll show up Like it'll be daylight when you do the track. I don't like going crazy with back flips and front flips in the first person cam. It's a little sketchy, but I think I kind of just got to get more used to it, honestly. I like to do the harder nodes before it gets to nighttime. Specifically the first person cam. I mean, this one is pretty good to get done before nighttime also, honestly. But I think I've gotten most of the details out of the way at this point. You can kind of jump even on flat land to kind of keep your combo going, or slide. Kind of the two best ways to get your combo going. You don't have to go through every checkpoint, but whatever checkpoint you went through last is going to be kind of your marker. Like I was saying, you can hit circle to go back to your most recent checkpoint. Oh, I thought I was going to crash on that. I don't even remember. Oh, 2 near misses was my objective. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, there's some medics. Usually you see people like these ones with them. That's kind of signifying that there's somebody else there. Usually if somebody is like way out of the way on a node, it's probably going to be the special node, which I try to do those kind of last or next to last. The last track is going to be the boss jump. I try to do those next to last just because they're always daytime no matter what. You want to try to get as much done, as much of the harder tracks done during the daytime as you can. And you can kind of see next to my buffs, I guess you could say, that I have for this run, there's a little green circle that's kind of showing how close I am to getting my next sponsor or upgrade for this run. Those do reset after every run. Okay, so we'll get the land harder. And now you can see it's kind of transitioning over into evening now. The med camp isn't anything special, but it does have a lot of steepness and curves. You can kind of see the track statistics before you go into them, which is nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do the medics just because it looks a little bit harder. It says the sun is setting, so we get we get this track and one more track before it transitions over into nighttime. Ooh, that was close. Oh no. I like to try to stay on the track as much as possible. I definitely expected there to be more of like Oh my goodness. Oh, I knew that was gonna be bad. I don't like doing backflip 360s. Sometimes it happens by accident. But yeah, I expected there to kind of be like a lot of racers on each track that you're going into. I think they have like a Tour de France or something like that game. Well, here we go, the danger zone. That's what I like to get these done as soon as possible for sure. But you can see the crew member bar. I've got a whole bunch of space on there compared to what we see. I think we get 6, 9. We might even get up to 12, maybe more, maybe a little less. Actual kind of buffs for each run. But that's really, you gotta get a lot of points to do that. I usually get somewhere around 5 to 7-ish. Sometimes less, sometimes more. So there's a time limit. I usually don't get the time limit ones. Mainly because I like to stay on the track and I like to do the jumps. I'm more concerned about rep than I am lives most of the time. Just because it's fairly easy to get lives once you get used to the game. At first, I mean, the main objective is to have fun. So, I mean, that's why I like to stay on the track. I like to get a little crazy sometimes. I usually don't like to do backflip 360 just because I crash most of the time. This is our transition into night. I'm going to go ahead and do this one. It should unlock the construction site, which we'll do last, because that's the special node for this area. The landing harder and the less like fall harder without taking as many lives are like two of my favorite things. There's one where you can jump higher too. I really like that one, especially with the mountain bike, I think, or the downhill bike. I think that it's you get a little bit more air with the hardtail bike or the trick bike in general, so it might not be as needed with that bike. We got 2 front flips, and I did one. Okay. Kind of glad you don't have to hit every checkpoint. You can just get checkpoints and stuff. It makes it a little easier, a little more like play at your own style type of game. Oh, I saw that rock. Okay. So there's only one node that we don't have unlocked at the moment, which is fine. We'll get that unlocked soon. We've already done the test your skill, the first person, and the fire node. So I don't think it's a special node. Yeah, I need 2 near misses. Yeah, near misses are pretty easy once you get used to them. Ooh, that was close. But yeah, overall, I think this game's pretty good. Really enjoying this game. I would have probably started streaming it earlier, but I've been playing with some friends a lot on this game, which I don't really like streaming while I'm playing with friends too much. We got top speed. Ooh, knew that was gonna happen. I think I actually lost 2 lives on that. Oh, these trees do fuck with me a little bit. Okay, hit that 40. Definitely not a good track to rep. Still getting a little bit though. Increases intensity of pumping and counter pumping. Place more checkpoints. I like the counter pumping probably. So the pumping and the counter pumping, I think, like, in order to do like a jump or a bunny hop, you hit your right stick down and then up in a pretty quick succession. And I think pumping would just be to kind of bring your joystick down so that you're kind of leaning down. Like it's right there, I'm kind of leaning down. I don't really know what counter pumping would be. Ooh, there's a mini jump, mini boss jump. Can be a little tricky sometimes, but they do give you extra points for doing the mini boss jumps. Yeah, clean landing. No, I thought that might be clean, but I might not get any clean landings after all. It is a little hard to see at night, especially rocks and stuff. I do think the blue tape that kind of surrounds the track is kind of nice. You can kind of see a little bit easier. If I didn't have that blue tape, I'd probably be all over the place. As you can see, I really do like the grain upgrades, crew member, whatever you want to call it. I think it has some of the better upgrades. But every once in a while I'll go with something else. Oh my goodness. Did I hit a rock? I didn't even see it. A near miss on what? I didn't even see anything. They do drop hay bales out of nowhere. Oh, these little tree pathways do get a little confusing sometimes. my goodness, why did I do that? Okay. Well. Yeah, one of the more annoying things is you gotta go basically straight through the checkpoint. You can kind of hit the finish line posts and still count as getting in there, but you can't like just fly into the little circle area behind the end zone, finish line, whatever, and expect to finish the race. It'll probably tell you to go back and go through the freaking goalposts. Oh, we're only at 19 minutes. Not too bad. An hour in. Hour into the stream, but another clean landing. I wasn't able to get it last time. Oh, that was close. You can crash on those pretty easily. That wasn't even near far enough. You gotta get a pretty decent jump. Ah, there it is, to get that clean landing. Pretty decent jump and a pretty decent landing. Oh, that wasn't good. That's a rock. Got kind of lucky there. Yeah, when I first picked this game up, I was expecting more of like just a downhill kind of racing game where you've got like a bunch of people and maybe like a like do different tours or something like that, and you're like racing against like 20 different computer players, something like that. This is quite a bit different than what I was expecting. Actually made it a pretty decent game. I feel like it wasn't advertised well enough. Like, even if you just look up the trailer for the game, you're basically just gonna see a guy flying through the trees and shit. 2 near misses, huh? Going pretty fast right now. Ooh, that was a near miss I did not intend to get. Yeah, not getting another one apparently. So little tabletop jumps can be a pain. A lot of times it's good to reset if you think you're going to crash, and I had a feeling I might crash right there. Yeah, I got a 360 off of that. Not going to get one off of that. Could get one off of this, I think. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, I can't believe I freaking crashed right there. Kind of overshot that. I cannot see very well. I do not like when they have these like really high trails, like cliffs right next to them, and you can't see very well because it's so dark. You can see there's a couple little bumps in the road. You can kind of get some decent air off of sometimes, but it's impossible to see at night. So yeah, like I was saying, the Highlands is fairly easy. I'm probably not going to be doing every track in the forest. It's just, the forest is a little bit harder. Definitely don't like to do anything too crazy off these stone hedge jumps. It's a sketch. Yeah, I don't know. I might have made that if I didn't do the backflip. And you can kind of see on the bottom of the screen, it shows how much rep I've accumulated for this run. That's supposed to be a backflip. Hopefully there's another jump. No, doesn't look like it. I could go back, but I don't really think it's necessary. I was going to try to show something there. You definitely got to be careful about hitting a ramp, hitting like the side of a ramp. Oh, that was the mini boss jump. It's so dark, I'm having a hard time seeing half these things. Yeah, that was not good. Oh, there's not a whole lot left, but a decent amount. Oh boy. Knew that wasn't gonna be good. Did it again. Oh, I thought I was gonna make it. Some of these jumps can be kind of in wonky spots. Whatever, I hit the checkpoint at least. Usually I try to have a goal of getting about 30 to 50,000 points per run. Sometimes it's easier said than done. And as you can kind of tell, like, the further you get, the more rep you need in order to get the next upgrade. I keep forgetting to show something at the end. They'll say at the end of each, I'll try to remember after this. Ooh, take the top is nasty. Oh, that's fine. Apparently that's fine. Okay. So here you can see how much rep you got for the track, and how fast you completed the track, how far into it you're in for the session, how good your flow was, which I usually just speed through that. So increase bunny hop jump and allow quicker flips and spins. I like both of those. We're gonna do bunny hops first. Oh, there's a sponsored track. So we need to do a rival sponsored track. Actually gonna skip that for the moment. As you can kind of see, like, you open up the surrounding areas that are connected to the area that you're currently doing. Sometimes the areas will be too far away to connect to, like, well, maybe you'll see. But it'll look like an area should connect once you complete it, but it's like too far away, and you'll have to do like a different track in order to be able to connect that section. So sometimes it's good to look ahead and to kind of get a better view of what the track is actually connecting to, how you get that track to open up through like a different node. Something good to keep in mind. I feel like I covered a lot of the important shit at this point. Oh, finished in 55 seconds. That's probably not happening. Or maybe it is. That session wasn't next to nothing. Alright, we'll do this race. We're getting there. kind of irritating to me that it doesn't transition back over to daytime, because I mean it doesn't take too long for it to transition to night, and I feel like there's more than enough time. I mean, I guess you're starting out halfway through the day apparently. It just seems like the night lasts so much longer. Mission 45 seconds. Like no stunts either. These can be some of the better tracks to just kind of race all the way to the end. Got my life. I like stunts though. I need to get my rep up. Like I was saying, 30 to 50,000 per run is what I usually try to shoot for. And you can usually get, you know, 25 to 30,000, if not more, pretty easily from the Highlands if you do every node. I mean, it's kind of a pain to do tracks at night, but Highlands is pretty easy. Oh, that's not good. I don't think I was gonna make it over that little hump at the top. What? Turned around. Where is the mini boss? What kind of mini boss is it gonna be? It's gonna be this one. Yeah, that was not going fast enough to even be trying that. There we go, that's a little better. At least we got the life back. I noticed in the air too, you can kind of lift the right stick up and you'll kind of lift your bike up while you're in the air, like you kind of saw there. Like that. Oh, don't hit that. Oh, okay, you hit that. At least it didn't crash. Jesus, I'm going fast. Kind of glad I slowed down right there. You can kind of see, I don't think I'm going to make this, so we're going to go off the side. I don't know if you kind of noticed back there, but I kind of got a warning, like a little yellow warning sign. That was sketchy. Kind of telling me that I was doing some big air, and it might not be good. Okay, so these are the three sponsors you can get. Overreel, which is off-road. I'm probably going to do that one last. The kinetic is downhill speed action, like you can see. And then the enemy, you get more stunts in the track. Our sponsor challenge, or our daily sponsor challenges, are to do enemy sponsor tracks. So, okay. I meant rival sponsor tracks, not enemy sponsor tracks, because that's who we're using. So I'm going to do kinetic, since I don't like to do, like, they do have tracks where you don't actually have a track to go along. You're just like in the wilderness and you make your own track, and they give you a little compass to show you where the finish line is. But I don't really care for those. I'll have to do them more eventually, but I don't like to do them too much. Another thing I wanted to mention was if you press the options button or start button while you're on a track, you can actually take a look at what your sponsored tracks are. You can change the settings around. You can see your controls. Switch camera angle. Did I know that you can do that? Oh yeah, I know you can do that. I like this camera angle. I got a near miss. I didn't even see it. Oh, mama. Ah, freaking seeing that happening. Did I get the points for that? I think it messed up my combo. Complete 8 rival team sponsor tracks. I did 1. Okay, so we'll do construction site. Like I said, it's always in the daytime. It's usually some sort of... Well, okay, this one, it's always the same. You gotta reach the top, which is a little bit of a pain. I think the beginning is the hardest part. Oh, yeah, okay. Having a higher bunny hop makes it a little easier. Because this part right here is really a pain. I usually just hit circle to go back to the beginning if I don't feel like I'm gonna make it. Okay. I usually don't get too carried away with trying this. I mean, it is a nice extra free life, but it usually freaking kind of hard. And you actually do have to do the challenge for this if you want to unlock it for free ride mode. Like you saw, I had this unlocked for free ride mode. Oh, what? I thought I had it. We'll try this a little bit more. There we go. Oh my god, I can't believe I failed that. Alright, I'm done. I'm not gonna try it anymore. It's not really worth it. Usually I don't have a problem with the rest of that. But yeah, you can see we did every node. This is the last node. Every node's green, and that's what you're supposed to do for the challenge. But you can see, yeah, after we do this, more than likely I won't have that challenge done. Little mini boss jump before the boss. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh no. I'm gonna went off track there. Okay, this is not. Yeah. So that's that ring of fire I was talking about. You have to do all 4 ring of fires in a row in order to unlock the secret area. That wasn't bad. That was not bad. And we're on to the forest. And see there, it should have said that we got a Grand Tour challenge done. But we didn't. We did not. Finish it without letting go of acceleration. So this place is quite a bit harder, which you'll probably notice pretty quick. And I don't know if I'm gonna even try to finish this without letting go of the acceleration. I think hitting the brake also counts. Yeah, hitting it, I've already ruined it. Actually, what you could do is if you mess it up like that, you can restart the whole thing by pressing the pad, and you'll get a second chance at it. But like I was saying, this one's such a pain. You might be able to do them sometimes, and other times it's like, jeez, it's just so bad. You can slow down with, you know, holding both sticks left and right, kind of going back and forth with it like that. But even then, I mean, just staying in the track, staying on the course without going and hitting a tree or something can kind of be a pain. I can't believe I lost. Oh my god, I'm gonna do it again. I'm kind of surprised that I crashed that time. Usually I'm pretty good about those bridges. They used to sneak up on me more. Look at that, we're already at 32,000. Oh, and they're giving us some hard ones right off the bat. Let's do the helmet cam first. I would like to be able to do every track in the game at some point, every single node. And I mean, the tracks kind of spawn nodes randomly. I mean, just because we have this setup this time doesn't mean it's going to be the same setup next time. It's just kind of interesting how it works, because you can still run into, you know, other people. 2 backflips. Oh! Yeah, this is kind of sketchy. Okay. I don't know if this is a good spot to do 2 backflips. And I think I'm going way too fast. Okay. As you can see, I tend to lose my lives a lot here. Okay, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. I had to actually let go of acceleration. And you crash right there. I kinda like these ramps. Oh, made it too. This track wasn't even that big. I really want to do every single node, but let's open up the boss track. I usually like to get the boss track unlocked and then kind of spread out and do the other tracks. But if there's a hard track, I'll try to do the harder track before I get too carried away with it. Two near misses. Those are usually pretty easy to get on these, because you're usually going pretty fast and there's usually a lot of trees. Don't do that. I can't believe I'm failing so hard on these. Oh, that was kind of cool. Even though it wasn't what I meant to do. Halfway through the jump, I was like, this is what we gotta do. kind of like these jumps, even though I don't do good at them half the time. Yeah, we did it. Wasn't very clean, but where are we at right now? 35,000? Oh, nice fogginess. Four near misses, huh? I can't tell where I'm supposed to. Okay. I feel like that was kind of on purpose. You definitely have to go be. Yeah, you have to be going a decent speed to get your near misses. That was a little close. Oh, I did it! I thought I only had 3. Trying to find a good example here. I think I already messed it up. But you can kind of see like where the lines go off of the track you're currently hovering over is like what that track would unlock, what track you need to do to unlock that track. Like this track will unlock this track, but this track will unlock all 5 of those tracks around it. And like this one right here will not unlock this one, but you can do this one to unlock this one. The boss jump will unlock this one and the top right, but once the boss track is done, you go on to the next area. So this one unlocks 5 tracks. I like to do the ones that unlock the most tracks, if possible. Kind of depending at the same time, depending on what's around it. If the other track next to it was a medic track, I probably would have done that one rather than doing this one, even if it didn't unlock as many places. Ooh, one double backflip. Better be a good spot to do it. Even the mini boss jump. There's one specific mini boss jump here is pretty freaking hard to do. You have to be going kind of the right speed. Which I guess you can say the same thing about the other one, but the other one's a bit easier. Backflip. Crew member unlocked, yeah. Oh, this is a nice little. I like this mini boss. Loop, loop de loop. Yeah, that's how I like doing that. I think this counts as a mini boss. No, this doesn't count as a mini boss. Oh, see, I just barely scraped the side of my leg on that. I like that. Double no-hander to double Superman. It's also easy to get kind of lost on this area, and like I lose where the track actually is sometimes. Wow, there's a lot of these things on this. I like to be able to clear the middle of it, but obviously that's not happening right now. What are we at? 37K. Oh, this is my double. Nope. Oh, I did it! I can't believe I did that without... I should have crashed there. let's be real. Oh my goodness. Sometimes this tape is kind of confusing on these tracks. What? That didn't count as a double back? I could swear I did a double backflip. Oh, that was scary. I think it even said I did a double backflip. I'm a little upset. I'm sure as hell not going back though. I'll tell you that. Okay, what do we got here? Prevent storms and non-path tracks. I think the ones like this too, like the prevent storm and no path track, I think that doesn't count until we get into the next area. I'm pretty sure there would still be potentially no path tracks or storm tracks on this forest area. Smoothens out the path curves and tracks. I really kind of like those. Adds more steepness to tracks. I don't really like those. Encounter fewer obstacles and trees off the track. That is kind of nice. I'm gonna go with that. Ooh, we got an opportunity to do another rival sponsor, so we'll go ahead and do that. Seconds, probably not happening. Okay, I'm going way too... Ouch. Way too ouch. Oh, see, there's like, it doesn't want you to go that fast. Sometimes you just gotta know when it's time to slow down. Being that we already lost most of our lives, I think I'm gonna slow down. I want to complete this one. I don't even care how far we get as long as I complete this one. I would like another 4 grand. But you know, we can kind of keep going until it starts getting nighttime. Like once it starts transitioning to evening. That's generally how I do the second area. I don't know. It just kind of depends. The next area, the canyon, isn't very much better. Hour on this playlist. I think that we're gonna die before then. I don't think the stream will last that long. This is the boss jump I don't like. Are you serious? I didn't mean to tweak. I was gonna do a no-hander. If you're going the right speed, it's not a bad jump. But if you're not going the right speed, it's not a good jump. Ooh, yeah, okay. Oh, are you serious? Now I'm in last stand now. Okay. I still need 10k to get to 52. That's probably not happening. Probably not happening. Probably gonna crash. Real fast. Can't even find the track. Oh, look at that. 42K. Need to hit a checkpoint. Although it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. No! Oh, buddy. Ow. Yeah, there it is. I feel like I ran into it on purpose, too. Wrecked. Let's see, it says it's a rare item, so you get one item per run. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad run. Could have been better. I think I got a little carried away there toward the end. But the forest is a whole nother beast. And you can see daily challenge today. It says today, so I mean. But see, I don't think this has changed. My friend Robbie the Kid. I mean, I didn't just get 1,300,000 rep on that run. So I don't really know what this is trying to tell me. Okay, I don't care about this stuff. And like you see, it started us up here. I forgot how you put a marker. Yeah, anyway. You can put a marker down, but I forgot how. Oh, wow. I didn't know I could take my hood off. What is that? Oh, you have to be going slow or brake and then hit L3 to place a marker, and then you can respawn at that marker. But I don't think it works in career session. You have to do it like here, or in free play session, or in the bike park section. In any case, I think that's going to be it for me. For this run. I think I gave a pretty good introduction to the game. Maybe other people don't agree. But I had fun. Yeah. Until next time. Catch you guys later. Peace out.